What's up, players? This is Slotplayer, and today I will explain to you in 5 minutes the secret of roulette, and then you will understand why casinos always take their cut. We will start with roulette because it is easy to understand, and I cannot believe that what you are about to hear is not too common find on the YouTube or internet. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Roulette is a simple game played with a ball, wheel, and a table. Ball is then spun by somebody that is usually called the dealer, or if we prefer to use fancy French names, croupier. Myself, I prefer to call them fancy croupiers rather than dealers, simply because in somebody's imagination, dealers can be associated with distribution of illegal things. In any case, to start the game, croupier spins the ball, which will then, sooner or later, land on one of the numbers on the wheel. This then becomes the winning number. Now, you will say, who am I joking with, because everybody knows that. But please be patient. We are getting there. Casino establishment needs to pay croupiers, location, utilities, and so on. Since it is not a charity, casino also needs to make some money to pay for all that stuff. And that is also done because roulette has a built-in-house advantage of 2.7%. Wait, how can you build in something in what is actually a wooden table? Okay, let's start again from the beginning. How many numbers are there on roulette? There are 36 regular numbers plus that one green zero for a total of 37 numbers, right? So, if you bet one chip on each and every number on the roulette table, how many chips will you use? Let's go math geeks, a bit of calculus. 36 plus 1 is 37, right? So, by betting 37 chips, we have covered all the numbers and simply we can't miss. It is guaranteed that one of them will become a winning number. Then, when the winning number comes out, how many chips will you win for that one you have bet on that particular number? I'm sure there are experts that will say 35, but you need to add that one that is already on the winning number. That makes 36 chips won back in total, right? And how many have you played to win those 36? 37. It doesn't take a genius to divide 36, how many we have won, with 37, how many we have spent, and we get 0.9729 or 97.3%, meaning that the game of roulette has built in so-called return to player of 97.3%. That missing 2.7%? That is exactly that one chip missing that we didn't get back. But casino rather kept it so they can pay for salaries, expenses, and utilities. That is the way casino takes its cut, just and simply because it pays back 36 chips and not 37 as it should be. And that is the way that every single casino or lottery game works. Every single one. Oh yes, the famous American roulette that has 2 zeros has also double the house advantage, so avoid that and stick with the French version with only a single zero. To put it in perspective, roulette's advantage is 2.7%. Lotto or lottery is closer to 50%, so roulette is not that bad at all. But that doesn't mean casino will win every day. Sometimes a certain number, let's say number 17, will come out more often, or will have more bets on it. Then, casino will lose, and players will win. But if we count hundreds of thousands or even millions of games, total amount of wagers on each number will even up, and so will the number of outcomes for each number. That way, casino will eventually take its 2.7%. However, there are always believers of system theories that think they can beat that built-in percentage. So, they invented fancy names to name their systems. Martingale, D'Alembert, Romanovsky, and so on. Some of those people are cheats trying to sell to you those systems, calling them the best system ever, or how to win on roulette every time. Just pay me 20 bucks for it, and then I will explain to you how to do it. There are plenty of those on YouTube and all over the internet. So, when you see those experts trying to sell you the system, just run away from it. They are trying to cheat you out of those 20 bucks. In other words, they are all related to the well-known princes of Nigeria. The only truth is that casino will eventually keep their 2.7%, and anything else in the meantime is just a matter of luck. Think a bit about it for a moment. If the business guy really had a working system, why would he be selling it to you for 20 bucks? He could just play it himself and make money using it until the end of life without anyone else knowing or suspecting anything. On the other hand, there are people that really believe in those systems. They are simply naive people, and will sooner or later realize what is the cruel reality. Unfortunately for them, that will cost a bit of money. Let's take the following example. Let's say red number comes out 15 times in a row. It's gotta be black next spin, right? The only problem is that the stupid ball does not know it has landed on red number for the previous 15 times, so chances for red or black are again exactly the same. This is called gambler's fallacy. Look it up on Wikipedia. So, our system players will win a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, a little bit every day, until one day they get smashed, and then will lose everything they've won, and then some more on top of that. That is called picking up crumbs in front of a steamroller. Me personally never felt sorry when the system players lost eventually, simply because every education needs to be paid. That's why Slotplayer is here to teach you. So, now you know why casino always wins eventually, which doesn't mean you have to stay away from roulette or other gambling games. Every entertainment needs to be paid. If you go to a restaurant, you pay for a dinner. If you go to a cinema, you buy the ticket. If you want to play games on PlayStation, you need to buy them first. If you consider gambling as a form of entertainment, you will never fall into the trap of problem gambling, which is a very dangerous and destructive addiction that can destroy lives. Always gamble within your means, set aside the amount you can afford to lose, and never chase your losses, but accept them as a price of play. If you win, go spend the winnings on fun things that you would not be able to afford otherwise. This is the first video about casino and gambling in general. Later on, I will do a few on blackjack, slot machines, and hopefully more. If you enjoyed it, and if it helped you just a little bit, then hit the subscribe button. Until next one, this is all from Slotplayer. Bye guys, take care and stay smart.